Hello folks, and welcome to the Private Leverage Group. The Private Leverage Group is a private gifting activity by invitation only. We do not tolerate spamming, flyers, postcard, blasting emails, nor meetings. And if you came across this website through a spam, please report it to ResidualTeamPros@gmail.com and we'll deal with it appropriately. Send out the link of the person and the email of the person that sent it to you. Now, if you're open-minded to the possibilities of receiving a ton of cash in the mail, you're invited to take a look at a powerful system so that you can generate over $30,000 in cash gifts. Now, our system is very simple and we do have a strategy. But you need to first ask yourself if you're serious about receiving over $30,000 in the next 30 days. If the answer is yes, all you need to do is ask two friends if they want to receive $30,000 in gift as well. And only if they say yes, you'll have them watch this video. Which brings us to why you're here. The person that invited you here cared enough about you, but they can only bring two people, so they had to specifically and carefully choose someone that they cared about and that they wanted to work with. We have something that's extremely powerful. A 2x2 matrix with no boards that split. When you get one person that gets one, you break even. We have automatic leverage on all levels, and we do have spillover, and I'll go over this so you can understand it a little better. But before we go into it, I want to show you why the old school gifting programs do not work. Usually when you start a gifting program, and in this case we're going to talk about a 2x2, you start at the bottom. You come in, and let's assume you're number 4. You bring your 2, which is 5 and 6, and let's say, for example, that 5 brings 7. What happens next? The board will split. You'll then find yourself in the second level, in the junior position, and have a new set of 4 people below you. Now here's the thing. You already came in and bought your 2 people, which is 5 and 6. And 5 already bought one person, which is 7. And what usually happens is you find yourself stuck on your board because number 2 already bought his people, number 4 already bought his people, and number 5 bought one, and maybe he can't find another one, and this board does not move. And that's usually the reason why most people get stuck. But it gets even worse. Even if you got your 8, 9, 10, and 11, which you had to go find extra people to put on your board, something else happens. When that board splits, you make it to the top, and you've got another set of 4 people that have to come below you for you to actually receive the gift. Here's what I'm saying. In order for you to actually get gifted on the traditional 2x2, you need at least 11 people to come in your organization so you could start receiving. Well, our system is limiting you to only 2 people. You can't bring more than 2. And if you do bring more than 2, they would have to fall in the downline of your organization, which will help you leverage, through perpetual leverage, your entire organization. Let me explain what I'm talking about here. When you come in, you are at the top. You bring one and another person, which are your 2. You have to bring 2 to make it work. You can't make money if you don't bring 2. So don't even think about coming in if you're not able to ask someone if they're interested in making some money and if they're interested in receiving some cash. Then, if number 2 brings number 4 and number 5, bingo, you just made $1,000. If number 3 brings number 6 and number 7, bingo, another $1,000. $2,000 in gifts came to you, you keep half of it, and you leverage the other half on the next level. And you'll be doing this 5 levels up. Cash comes in your pocket. Now folks, there's no re-entries here. Everybody has to leverage up. You know, most re-entry programs, boards are stalling because a lot of people stay on the lower levels and no one is actually going to the higher levels. And in this case, we offer you an opportunity to accumulate through perpetual leverage of your organization. So, no re-entries in this organization. In the back office, you'll see something that looks like this. It's a little different than what you're normally used to. Just know this, that the person that's in the far left is in the receiving. So anyone in the H, J, L, and N position, okay, are going to be the one sending the gift to the person that's in the B position. Now, we have those boards because we want to allow the people to be able to bring people in underneath them. So they're going to move in a specific format, and I'm going to share this with you. But know one thing. In your back office, you'll be able to track every single person multiple levels deep so that you could help them push the charts in your favor. They will be able to fall under, you could choose to put people underneath people so you could help them move up to the next level, which they will also follow you on the higher boards. Let me explain what I'm talking about here. The chart that you just looked at is very similar to this chart here. Two people on the left, 2 people on the right are coming underneath 2 and 3, and they're keeping the same color codes, very similar to the board that I just showed you here. Okay, so that's just for you to understand what those color codes are about. Now, let me give you an understanding of the movements very quick so you have an idea of what you're going to be seeing in your back office and you can keep track of what's happening. Let's assume that Mike came in and bought Peter and John. his 2 people. Peter now has to find 2, so he's going to go ahead and contact you, and he's going to invite you into the activity, and he's going to invite Jeanette. Well, Mike just received $1,000 from you and from Jeanette. That's $500 each, right? So Mike is now, the board is going to split. I'm sorry. The board is we're going to move Peter on the receiving because he's on top of the chart with 2 people, which is going to give us some more room to allow you and Jeanette to actually bring your people, and we can keep track of it on the boards. Then John is going to bring Angie and Eric, which are his 2. When he brings in Angie and Eric, Mike is going to now move up to the $1,000 level. Now it's your choice whether you want to use your first 2 gifts to move up to the 1,000, or whether you want to use your last 2 gifts to move up to the 1,000. And my suggestion to you is this: use your first 2 gifts, because in case you or Jeanette bought 2 people that got 2 people before him, they're going to go move on to the $1,000 level before you do, and they're going to follow your direct upline, which means that you're going to fall behind them. Since this is a forced progression, you do not want to miss a beat and let somebody bypass you. So you want to make sure that you position yourself ahead of them first. And if you do decide to move up, and you want to give your upline a courtesy call to let them know that you are, go ahead and do so as suggested to keep things right between you guys. But here's what would happen. Now let's assume that let's see, Mike got his 2 people to follow him, Peter and John, okay? So we're going to put him on the left because he's technically the receiving position here. Monique is going to receive her first $2,000 gifts from Peter and John. So Monique is now going to go on to the $2,000 level following her sponsor. You automatically follow your sponsor on whatever board he's on the next level. So this is going to happen all the way up to the $4,000 level. But I'm going to explain to you in simple terms what this means as far as the cash that you're going to be receiving as far as gifts, and how it pays out, how it gives out on every level. So on level number 1, you're going to get 4 gifts of 500, which is a total of 2,000. You're going to keep 1,000. You're going to leverage 1,000 onto level 2. Onto level 2, you're going to get 4 gifts of $1,000, which is 4,000. You're going to keep 2,000. You're going to gift 2,000 onto level 3. On level 3, you're going to get 4 gifts of 2,000, which is 8,000. You're going to keep 4,000. You're going to gift 4,000 to move up to level 4. Level 4, you're going to get 4 gifts of 4,000, which is 16,000. You keep 8,000. You're going to gift 8,000 to level 5. And on level 5, you're going to receive a total of $32,000. You keep 24,000, and you will be re-entering over and over again, creating perpetual leverage onto the $8,000 level. Now, folks, this is a very powerful concept, and I'm going to ask you to be honest with yourself. You've been in this industry for probably quite some time, or you're probably new. But for those of you that have been in gifting before, you know that usually boards split the wrong way, they tend to stall, and people usually come in with the wrong understanding that they're going to somehow get pushed through. Yes, there may be spillover because if your sponsor brings more than 2, or if he starts receiving a lot of gifts, he may want to pay it forward for some friends, for members of his family, some folks that he cares about, that he wants to reconnect with, and they may end up falling directly underneath you. But if you really understand the concept that I just shared with you, and if it makes sense, if one that get one to get a gift back makes more sense than bringing one that get one and wait for 11 people to get a gift, if you tried everything and you're willing to say yes to what I'm sharing with you here, and you have $500 to give to someone, folks, and you could find 2 people that are interested in actually receiving, a lot of gift in the mail, you're in a position to receive a tremendous amount of cash in a very short period of time. So if you're ready to get started, just click on the pile of cash below, and we'll take you to the next page where you'll fill out a form. Just make sure that your sponsor or the username of the person that you're supposed to go underneath is on the form. If there's no username, you won't be able to register, and you may want to contact admin at ResidualTeamPros to find out who you're going to be assigned to. So you can just go ahead and contact admin at ResidualTeamPros right here, or through the Google chat on Google. So thank you again for your time, and folks, happy gifting.